Hello, today we are going to be using the percent increase decrease formula to calculate value after a certain amount of percent change has occurred. You can see the formula on your screen here. It's very easy to use. It's just your starting amount, also known as your original, times 1 plus or minus the decimal equivalent of your percent. Now, in many situations, the plus or minus implies that we have to do both plus and minus. But in this situation, we will only use plus for percent increase problems, and we will only use minus for percent decrease problems. Truly, this is a very easy skill that doesn't require too much in the way of explanation. As long as you have a calculator and your formula, you should be fine. Let's go ahead and take a look at a couple of example problems. Our first example reads, the student body in a school is projected to grow by 15% in the next year. If the current student body is composed of 560 students, what is the projected size of the student body next year? Hopefully, as I read through this, a few important pieces of information stood out to you. First, I see the phrase grow by 15%, and I also see that the student body is currently composed of 560 students. Grow by a percent implies percent increase formula. 560 is our original amount, so we're going to get 560 times 1 plus the decimal equivalent of 15%, or 0.15. We could enter this into our calculators exactly as it is, but let's do the addition inside the parentheses to make our calculations a little easier. 560 times 1.15 is going to give us 644 students. So the projected student body next year is 644 students. Like I said, these problems are easy for us if we have our calculators and we stick to our formula. Let's check out the next example. To get into a more competitive weight class for wrestling, Arthur needs to lose 7% of his current weight. If Arthur weighs 165 pounds now, how much will he need to weigh to qualify for his desired weight class? Again, a few important pieces of information should stand out to you. To start, I see that Arthur needs to lose 7% of his body weight, and his current weight is 165 pounds. To lose 7% implies that we need to use the percent decrease formula. Our starting value was 165, and then we do 1 minus the decimal equivalent of 7% is 0.07. At this point, we can resolve the matter entirely inside of our calculators, but let's do the subtraction inside the parentheses first. This gives us 165 times 0.93, which is the same as 153.45. Thus, to qualify for his desired weight class, Arthur needs to weigh 153.45 pounds. Let's take a look at our last example. Jenna is trying to save money, so she opens up a simple savings account. We'll assume for now that she doesn't earn any interest on this account. 6 months after opening the account, Jenna has increased her money by 25%. A year after opening the account, Jenna has 12% less money than how much she had at 6 months due to unforeseen car bills. Well, that's kind of sad for Jenna. If Jenna had originally deposited $2,000, how much money was in her account a year after opening it? Lots of information to unpack here. Let's go through one at a time and highlight all the things we think should stand out to us. The first thing I see is increased her money by 25%. This tells me percent increase formula. Then I see 12% less money, and that tells me percent decrease formula. I see that the amount of money she had in her account at 6 months is important, and then I also see that she originally deposited $2,000. Whatever do? We have conflicting information. Are we to use the percent increase formula, or do we use the percent decrease formula? A closer reading will tell you that you need to use both. You see, we have all the information we need in order to be able to use the percent increase formula, because we have both the percent and the original amount. On the other hand, in order to be able to use the percent decrease formula, we need to know how much money she had in her account at 6 months, and that information isn't given to us. In fact, the amount of money in her account after 6 months is the answer that we produce when we use the percent increase formula. Have you caught on yet? We're going to be using the percent increase formula first, with the original amount being 2,000, and then we're going to use the answer to that as the original amount in our percent decrease formula. The answer to the percent decrease formula is going to be the answer to the whole entire question. To be clear, this type of problem, where we had to use the percent increase-decrease formula more than once, is much more common than the ones we saw before, where we only had to use it the one time, especially on the SAT. My point is, take good notes. Right, so we start with percent increase where the original amount is 2,000. So we have 2,000 times 1 plus the decimal equivalent of 25% is 0.25. We'll add inside the parentheses, and this will give us 2,000 times 1.25, which gives us a value of 2,500. So again, this amount right here, this 2,500, is the amount of money that Jenna had in her account at 6 months. Therefore, this is going to be our starting amount for our percent decrease formula. So we put down 2,500 times 1 minus the decimal equivalent of 12% is 0.12. We do the minusing inside the parentheses, and this is going to give us 2,500 times 0.88, which will lead us to a final answer of 2,200. So altogether in the year, Jenna was only able to save $200. Oh boy, I feel your pain, Jenna. Anyway, once we knew what to do with this problem, it was a direct application of our formulas. Here's a small hint for you. The number of phrases that you see that imply that you need to use the percent increase decrease formula is the number of times you're going to have to use the percent increase decrease formula to solve the problem. Most times it's going to be 2. Be sure also to use the answers that you get as the starting value in the next iteration, also known as the next usage of the formula. We did this in the last problem with the 2500. Okay, I think that's everything I need to tell you all for today. Thank you very much for coming, and I hope to see you again soon. Ta-ta!